All right.
Bring it back.
So we're talking about Fag Man. Who else is on here? Oh, El Foul player. What's up, bro?
What it is, Ty? How y'all doing, panel?
What's
What's going
happening,
on?
big
So,
boy?
so L.
This is Marcus,
Uh,
my cousin.
yo, what up, Marcus?
Going on?
Nice meeting you, bro.
Nothing much.
Chilling.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about Fag Man fucking up again. What were you saying, Alex?
No, I can't what they say. Remember?
What did he say? He said he's just like stuff that didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, it went from the actual fight, then to Ortiz's age, then Ortiz complaining about the count, then to Wilder's diet. I mean, he's all over the place.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. That's why I said like I ain't gonna listen to that guy anymore. Like, no, I mean, he just
Who is it that was saying this though?
Fagman. Fagman.
Oh, the Brixton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Isn't he like
consistent.
50 years old or something like that?
Huh?
He's like 50 years old, like he's a nightclub bouncer.
He probably is. He probably is.
Yeah.
There's a lot
I
of
mean-
guys that are like 50 something over here and do nightclub stuff.
yeah, but I told you guys about. I mean, I talked about Deontay Wilder's, his eating habits. You know what I'm saying? On what was the Law's live stream? But
Yeah.
this dude, he just goes
He
with the
takes another
going
level.
rate. Like all the shit, all the talking points that he has, he's not creating them. He's going to Twitter, he's going to Instagram, he's going to other people's pages on YouTube, and he's looking at what they talking about, and he's picking it apart, taking notes, and writing it down, and then coming back and making videos. He ain't doing nothing new. That's why I don't be making videos all the time, like when things first come out, because if everybody's talking about it, then it becomes watered down.
Right. I saw what was it? He was talking about his 10 title defenses and what's it called? The players who were out there. And he was like, which list is better? Regardless, does he not think that Wilder can't be anybody of those guys on that list or beats everybody on those guys on that list? Why don't they just put their money up? Forget all of all this other stuff. Let's put the
They
money.
won't do it. They won't do it.
Let's put the money down. If they're so confident, I couldn't believe he said that Chisora was younger, fresher than Ortiz. Like he was out that Ortiz would lose to Chisora.
Yeah, but that's see that. But like I said, that's the going rate from what they're doing. But the fact that the thing that remains is that everybody needs to understand this. Ortiz will not be in the situation that he is right now, skillful wise, if it wasn't for Deontay Wilder, the PBC. See what I'm saying? He would not be there because if it wasn't for the PBC, his ass would still be in Cuba.
Yeah, or fighting on Golden Boy
exactly
undercards.
Exactly. And then you get access to grade A trainers, access to grade A nutritionists, access to grade A guys to get him up in the gym, wake him up and beat his ass on a daily basis to get him in shape. And you mean to tell me Louis King Kong Ortiz at 52 years old can be in better shape in the fucking ring than Derek Chisora and Dillian White combined? Get the fuck out of here. People also need to understand this one thing too. With the age of Ortiz, he has the experience that the Derek Chisora and Dillian White combined doesn't have as well. But he's still getting called this guy. See, there is a point of athletic abilities, and then also skill abilities. Physical attributes.
And both them lack that. Athletics.
Hold up, because that's not where I'm going. Both of them combined in an equation gives you a certain type of boxer. Because if you look at the athleticism of Derek Chisora and Dillian White, you'd be like, what the fuck? Y'all can't even play basketball fighting like that. And then you start looking at them again, and you start noticing that they don't throw certain punches. They don't throw certain punches because they're not comfortable with throwing them in the ring. You see what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder's left hooks don't look all that. but he throws them anyways because he's comfortable with throwing them because he knows you're gonna move the fuck out of the way.
Facts.
The Hatiman and all these other cats, they need to understand that you could clown King Kong Ortiz's age, but at the same time is what have you said about Ortiz to make somebody think otherwise about his age? When have you did a process of elimination with King Kong Ortiz to say is age part of the problem or age is not part of the problem? Because if you don't do that, then you become part of the problem because you ain't doing nothing but trying to sell somebody some likes and some subs and a whack ass personality. You're a bouncer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't got no say to be talking about nobody. Bounce your ass over there to the nightclub and get your slave ass to work.
Yeah, man. He's another one of those guys. I'll put out that. Marcus, what do you think about the fight? Did you see the fight over the weekend?
I only saw the highlights. I wasn't able to catch the fight, but I was reading about it and I was hearing a little bit. They said Wilder was losing up until that point in the fight.
Yeah.
And they're talking about Wilder, to be honest, he doesn't care if he's losing or not. He's just kind of, I don't want to say banking on it, but when he believes he could knock you out, that's kind of what he goes on.
Do you think people are making too big of a deal about him losing the rounds?
Hold on. Before you ask that. Tell him how many punches were thrown and how many rounds it went.
Oh, yeah. It went 7 rounds, and it was a total of 69 punches landed. Pause.
Combined.
So the entire fight?
The entire fight combined.
Damn. Yeah.
The entire fight. And all it took was one right hand. Mike,
So
Ortiz Indian style?
He set him Indian style, and he also put him in the position for Ortiz, the best position for Ortiz to give birth. What up? Laws up in there. What's up, Laws?
I'm not getting comments. What's going on here?
Because remember Laws told you about that thing that when you don't start it right away, it like
Right.
has some weird ass delay. But it's all good though. I got YouTube open.
Hold up, I'll get my YouTube open. Yeah, but go ahead.
So you said 69 punches. That means they're just basically staring at each other the entire fight.
Yeah, I mean, as if Ortiz was blowing him away each round. I mean,
Yeah, they made the way I had heard it was that Ortiz was outboxing him and this, that, and the other.
No.
That's how it was made to seem like they're like, oh, you were losing the fight, stuff like that. But if it was that close, then damn. Or if there wasn't that many punches thrown, then damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Mark said, like you can't. It's hard. How do you judge a fight if out of 7 rounds with somebody and say, okay, this guy won this round, this guy won this round when there was only 69 punches thrown in the fight.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could say there were close rounds anyways.
Oh no, I just got it.
Got what?
Got it. I went on YouTube, and now the comments are appearing.
That's weird. Oh, you probably got to be connected. I don't know that one.
Somebody, Laws, can you put a comment down so I can see if it pops up here?
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, he just did. He just
All right.
got one right now.
What
was that saying, Tyrone?
All right, I'm seeing the comments. You were talking about the fight, and you were talking about some fight rounds were close and stuff like that.
Yeah, the rounds was close. So if the rounds is close, you can't say somebody is getting schooled. You can say. I believe what they're trying to do is they're getting it mixed up. They're saying he was schooled because it was 0. It was 7-0. I mean 0 to 7. Think that's what they mean. Not that he was dancing around the ring and tearing Wilder up, and Wilder wasn't hitting him, and Wilder was missing all of his punches and stuff like that. He couldn't figure out how to hit him. No. Ortiz left that motherfucking fight with a bruise on his fucking forehead.
Yeah.
With a nasty ass headache. You can't. I know he had a nasty ass headache. It's either his neck was hurt pretty good, or he had a nasty headache that night. You can't tell me that.
Because they're trying to, I don't know why they're trying to make, when the fight happened again, we all knew Wilder was going to win it again too.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're trying to make it as it was a good fight, and Ortiz is still capable of fighting on that level.
I think he is capable, but my thing was I wasn't the biggest fan of this fight when it was made. But after his performance, I still think he beat, White and AJ and Ruiz and all that. Even though it wasn't much, because there wasn't much in the fight, I didn't see him gassing as bad as people said he was. He just got caught with a big shot, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was set up for that shot. So
and
He's still going to
speaking
get
of
avoided.
go ahead, Mark.
Speaking of Ruiz and AJ, who do you think's winning that fight?
Wait, let's keep on this subject first. Alex, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, them guys are still going to avoid Ortiz. He didn't show really when or tear anything like that. He showed he's still capable of going, duking it out. Especially the likes of guys like White, Chisora, Parker, all these guys.
Those guys are looking for easy ways, and I just heard that Mr. Boxing today said it's going to be White versus Whack.
White versus Whack.
Yeah, on the undercard of the AJ Ruiz, and nothing about the B sample. I saw your comment, by the way, Mike. It was on IFL interview or something. What did you put down? Wait, is Mike there? No.
Yeah, what'd you say?
You said you went on an IFL interview about, I think it was White Whack, and it was like, where's the B sample again?
I believe in the rules the fighter can opt out on the B sample. And UCAD's rules. See, these guys in this thing called Real Boxing, Real Truth on Facebook.
Okay.
They know nothing about. They don't read the rules. What they do is they go off what's said in interviews, what's said on YouTube channels and stuff like that.
On what they feel.
I asked a gentleman on here, a simple question, simple yes or no question. I basically told him, I'm trying to trick him, but he don't want to answer the question. I asked him, show me in the Triple BOC rules about analytical findings. And he's ducking the question. I want him to say that it's in the Triple BOC rules. So then I could get him with it's UCAD rules. It's not Triple BOC rules. Triple BOC ain't got their own rules. But long story short, this Dillian White and Whack fight. I think that they had enough time to find a fighter for Dillian White, but they couldn't get somebody to commit to that fight.
I heard it was going to be Charles Martin at first.
I don't think they can. Well, they could have. I don't think they could have get somebody to quite get that, because I think Charles Martin was trying to fight somebody else per Charles Martin in one of his interviews.
He was going to fight
Brazil, but then Brazil opted out. That's what
Brazil opted out. They were going to fight on the Gamboa undercard.
Story B man said what
Prince Charles Martin
talking about.
Yeah, Prince. He walks this earth like a god. I actually like Charles Martin, to be honest. I like his personality.
I'm not going to be too hypercritical on the selection of fighters that they picked on this one.
Yeah,
because I don't think that I don't know if it's a UCAD thing with trying to get a boxer from UK to fight him. I don't know if that's legal or UK rules. I don't know if that's legal. I.e. Eric Molina, UCAD rules say that if you get caught and you're under investigation, you can't be in the gym with motherfuckers. So, and I believe that the fight in Saudi Arabia, the boxing commission that's going to be over that, well, boxing commissions that's going to be over that. Since Saudi Arabia, they do have their boxing commission, but their boxing commission doesn't have enough fights under their belt. They have to use somebody. They have to have somebody else there overseeing the process. So I believe from an article that I read, forget where I read it, that they're going to pick somebody from the U.S. Because if they was to pick somebody from the UK, then all the shit that they would have to go through with Dillian White. Now, I think Dillian White going into this, if he's still under investigation, is going to hinder him fighting in the UK. But I don't think that's the case. I think UCAD is in on it. They cleared him once. They could clear him twice. They could clear him how many other times they want to until they're done with their investigation. And last thing short is I don't understand why people are saying that WBC is the crooked one when the WBC is the one out there giving Dillian White the benefit of the doubt. The WBC is the only one that still has Dillian White ranked. Everybody else has dropped that fool like a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? He's gone. So with all those cats out there running their mouth and stuff like that, you know, they need to sit down and need to talk about all them other sanctioned bodies that dropped them. Because if they drop them, obviously they either know something that's not privy to everybody else, or they know that this is a second adverse analytical finding to where now they're ducking from giving up the information. They had no choice but to get rid of them. Now, we haven't heard anything back from all these other sanctioned bodies when it comes to UCAD. But we do know that UCAD rules state that, you know, when they're doing investigations, they make motherfuckers sign paperwork to where they can't talk or face legal ramifications. So, you know, Dillian White, you know, if Dillian White didn't, if it's not an adverse finding with UCAD, then what is it? See what I'm saying? If it's not an adverse finding, adverse analytical finding, or a piss test, hot piss test, he popped on the piss test, whatever you want to call it. If it's not that, then what is it? We know it's not the gloves, because the hearing that he had was the day of the fight. So we know it's not the gloves. So what exactly is it? You know what I'm saying? Because if the fans don't know exactly what is it, and he's going up over here fighting the guy, and the fighters don't know exactly what is it, and he's going over here and fighting the guy, and nobody knows what's going on. You got to think about the whole other thing. Why would you want to fight somebody that maybe come up in there and juice and pop again and fuck your whole shit up? See what I'm saying? Why would you put yourself out there when this guy ain't even clear? You got to think about it.
A serial juice at that. A serial juice at that.
And exactly. Like, why would you do that? Why would you put yourself out there to try to go all the way to Saudi Arabia, stop what you got going on, get in the camp? You know, because I'm pretty sure Edward Hearn was shopping back 2-3 months ago, getting the training camp for Dillian White. Dillian White's in his own little training camp, training with God knows who. And then go to Saudi Arabia and the fight don't happen, and now you got to go back home, and now you're trying to go through legal things. You probably can't afford a lawyer. If you can't afford a lawyer, the lawyer gonna want a nice little chunk and all that other jazz. So what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gonna do what Oscar Rivas look like he doing? Oscar Rivas look like he taking the check from Metro Boxing, and you can't say he's not checking the check, because if he's fighting under Metro Boxing is giving him a check. Now, how much money is he getting if he's fighting if he's fighting under Metro Boxing UK brand? We will never know, because they don't release that data.
Yeah, what's his name? Rivas like, oh, if can't beat him, join them.
But you see what I'm saying? It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Oh yeah, Nino Brown.
Law says Hunter versus Povetkin is a good fight. I think it's an excellent fight. You know,
Who versus Povetkin?
Hunter.
Oh, Hunter. Yeah, that's a good. There's a lot of heavyweights actually in this card.
How old is Povetkin?
40.
Povetkin is 40, and
Oh,
Povetkin
you
can't
mean-
even get out of the fucking 4th round.
Yeah.
I don't know how he went distance with Huey.
But they trying to call Ortiz 50. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I think Ortiz has a better gas tank than Povetkin.
Come on.
I'm still surprised that he went distance with Huey. Well, he's dog shit himself anyway.
Yeah, Huey Fury is dog shit. He should have got him out of there. But I think Hunter will take care of Povetkin.
Yeah.
Um,
He take care of Huey as well.
12 rounds. I don't think it goes 12 rounds.
I don't. It might, because it just might. You know.
Mhm.
You know, that's like one of the fights is like, you know, we know what one fighter is capable of, but the other fighter we don't necessarily know what Michael Hunter is capable of, because he ain't been in those type of fights yet. This is that one fight that he wins. He's on the map.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think his fights against Bacoli and Kuzman will be tougher than this upcoming one. I don't think this fight will be too tough for him.
Hopefully he's juiceless.
Yep. I think Hunter is now, like I said before, I don't think he's going to win a heavyweight title, but I think if he loses to somebody, it's not going to be Povetkin. I think he's going to get rid of Povetkin easily, and then on to the next step for him, you know. That's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I can say it again.
I think I don't think Hunter will win like a heavyweight title, maybe a vacant title or something, but I don't think he, you know, is beating.
Yeah,
One
I
or
mean,
the-
I don't know, but but where he's going at right now in his career, it doesn't the way he's looking like in his career, it doesn't look like that.
It's interesting. Laws? You think Povetkin will KO Hunter? Really?
Mm.
I think Povetkin is on the super slide. You know, the water park type of slide, and Hunter is just no. I saw Hunter at heavyweight since he fought Kaladze on that Dakota card. And I saw him when he beat Bacoli, and he was the underdog, by the way, in that fight, and he knocked Bacoli out, and he beat Kuzmin.
And what's that guy called again? The big Russian guy. What's his name again?
Ustinov.
Ustinov, yeah. For some reason, when I hear that Ustinov, I think of a train for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm the opposite. I'll put money actually that Hunter will take out Povetkin before 12 rounds, no problem. I don't think Povetkin is I don't think he has enough for Hunter right now. I think Hunter is too much
The
for him.
reason he went a distance with Huey is because Huey's got
Yeah,
he's
is
got a chick.
he's shit.
Yeah, and he's shit.
He's not. He's gonna get his second knockout defeat this time. I promise you. I promise you. Hunter will be too much for this guy. I'm telling you, because Hunter, you don't even have to take my word for it. Just ask about him in the circles. You know, the heavyweights he was sparring a whole bunch in the Mayweather gym, beating up on cruiserweights. So he's a really, really good fighter, and it just takes the right person.
Did he knock out Ruiz as well in the amateurs?
Yeah, he knocked out Ruiz in the amateurs. Yeah, Povetkin won't be able to handle this.
Especially if he goes for them body shots.
He'll have too much for Povetkin.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad, real bad.
Kuzman, any fighting again as well?
He got injured, so they've got Andre Rodinko for that big that Chinese guy.
Or Julie?
Yeah,
Julie? Julie Zhang.
He's like 37, him.
Yeah, and he ain't done shit still. Today.
Yep. Salute,
The only
Stormy.
thing
What's up, Stormy?
I only remember him from Russell. I remember years ago, I think a few good years ago, World Hip Hop showing, oh, look at this giant Chinaman knocking everyone out.
All right, well, we'll put 20 pounds. 20 pounds is how much? $25? No problem.
Yeah, about
I
that.
know you. No problem, Laws. Stormy,
Yo, what's going on, brothers?
what's going on, man?
That's Stormy.
We've got a new
Yeah,
panelist here. He's my cousin, Marcus.
What's going
Hey,
on?
what's going
Marcus?
on? Nothing much is going on with you.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just enjoying my
Good.
day.
Good, good. Yeah, we were just talking. I want to hear your take on this Pavek and Hunter fight. I think it's a good fight, man.
Yeah, it's a decent scrap for guys that at what I consider the bottom of the tier. But I've been having conversations, and I'm not trying to sound like downer, right? But I was having conversations earlier today about the fact that guys that are like in the top 10, top 15, they're not fighting each other. They're looking to fight the guys that are outside of that or even unranked
Yes,
to
exactly.
keep their records manifested so that they stay relative. But I actually feel the opposite about that, because if you're not willing to fight the guys that are amongst your peers, what are you in it for?
Yeah,
And
Fact.
these guys are just trying to mull around and wait for possible number one contention spots so they could be guaranteed shots at titles, but they're not earning any damn thing. So it's very frustrating. And I think that something needs to be put in place now to stimulate the movement of these guys by making them fight each other. Deontay Wilder had to fight Luis Ortiz twice in a year and a half. And Luis Ortiz is the toughest guy in the division outside of Deontay, and no one else is looking for that smoke. So it's time to make these guys start fighting each other. Look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got a shot against Deontay Wilder in all sincerity. He got a shot against him late last year without having fought anyone in the top 10. How the hell does that happen?
Yeah.
they
How
were
the
like,
hell
oh, cool, got a name.
For all of
That's
those
that
people
reason.
that want to talk about him being the best boxer in the heavyweight division and all of that BS, how does he get a title shot without having defeated anyone in the top 10? And he's not looking to fight anyone in the top 10 anytime soon.
Yeah,
Same with Dillian White. We cannot fault Dominique Brazil, who has actually fought now both Wilder and Joshua, right? And even though he lost both fights, that immediately, in my mind, elevates him above all the other guys outside of Ortiz, because he fought the two champs.
Yeah.
So somebody needs to go past him to at least get in a position to fight the champs.
yeah. And what's
I
this
mean,
thing with
do you feel
Trevor
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What were you saying, Alex?
No, I'm saying this Trevor Bryan cat. He hasn't even fought all this shit, has he? And he's what? Regular gold, whatever the heck he is.
He's WBA interim, believe it or not.
The interim ain't done shit to this day.
He fought
Check
blowjob.
this out, man. Check this out. I watched the fight between Joseph Parker and Andy Ruiz yesterday. I watched it again before I did a stream because I just kind of wanted to have a freshness about their bout. That was a damn good fight between two guys who should be fighting each other. And Parker got a majority decision, but to me, that fight could have went either way. I think it was more of a home field advantage for Parker. But Andy Ruiz Jr., he showed me in that fight that he deserved
to be in the talks of fighting someone like Joshua because he had fought Parker pretty much life and death. And Parker got a shot with Joshua, and we saw what happened there, right? So it's no surprise that he was able to put the performance on against Joshua that he did, because just go back and look at the Ruiz fight. I don't know what Joshua's people were looking at, maybe thinking they could catch him with a short camp and everything. But Andy Ruiz Jr. can fight, bro. He can fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how he looks. And I'll tell you something. I was watching the DAZN one night special that they put on, where they brought out the celebrities like Leonard and Holyfield and Buster Douglas and all these guys. Kind of doc that they did on the fight. And everyone who commented on the fight talked about Andy Ruiz's appearance. And I'm not saying that it was negative comments, but the fact was they talked about Joshua's appearance as well. He looks the part. He looks this. He's a Adonis. He's a specimen. But the one question, we're talking about the sport of boxing. Can he fucking fight?
Can he? Yeah.
And he can't. And it showed when he had a guy in there who decided to fight back after he got hit a good shot. Now remember, most of the guys Joshua hit a good shot, they went, right? And no problem there. The guy can punch. But when somebody fought back, offered up resistance, there's a problem. So therefore, when you talk about these guys like the Povetkins and Hunter, and those guys should be fighting each other as well, because that's the lower tier. But I don't think anyone should be jumping ahead of the pack to get title shots when these guys haven't resolved who's the better amongst them. And if Anthony Joshua didn't have a championship reign, Andy Ruiz, Joseph Parker, and these other guys that we're speaking of, those are the type of opponents he should be fighting anyway before getting a title shot.
Right. Yeah, like for instance, Usyk, why does he have to go up the ladder already to fight? Talking about fighting Ruiz or AJ. You know what I mean?
He doesn't even want to do that. I'm okay. I get it. You know, he was undisputed at cruiserweight.
Yeah.
You know, a top-end fight was too much for him.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I don't.
Yeah, in the pond and he was in the sea.
Yeah, if these guys in the middle fought each other, the cream would rise to the top. And
yeah, the division wouldn't be thin. It'd be deep then, because then we know who's who by fighting specific fighters.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is what I don't get. Brazil called out Kalnacki. Kalnacki said, "I'm too fat. I'm not ready. I don't want to fight now." Charles Bowman called out Brazil for December, and Brazil said, "That's too early." What's going on here?
Yeah, man, I don't get that. I don't get that.
What's this all about? Because I need some help, you know, understanding this. Marcus, what do you think about this, man?
I don't know why Kalnacki said that about Brazil, because it's Brazil. Brazil doesn't seem too much of a challenge. He just seems like he loses every fight. And with Charles Martin, when Charles Martin fought Kalnacki, I feel like Kalnacki might be a little overrated, but he's definitely showing signs of promise for sure. He's moving up the division for sure.
I swear to God, if Charles Martin had a round or two more rounds, he would have won that fight.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at for me. Well, you know, watching.
I think Charles Martin just started slow.
I would have preferred
Kalnacki multiple times. He hurt Kalnacki multiple times in that fight.
So I think Brazil thinks that Kalnacki must be like, he must have been observing him while studying him, of course. So he probably thought, he's found something. He's easy game.
No, it was Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah.
He found something in Kalnacki, And then
Yeah.
Kalinacki said no. And then when Charles Martin said he wanted to fight Brazil, Brazil said no. They want
Brazil's
to
probably
choose.
banking on leaning on him. He's going to lean on him. Then put all his weight on the guy.
I think they
Then
have.
I think Brazil would be a good fight for Kalinacki.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that would boost Kalinacki's reputation or record.
Yeah, I think the Charles Martin fight was a good fight for him. But since then, I mean, who's he fought? He fought.
Areola.
Is that it? Did he fight anybody else after
Yeah,
that?
he fought Washington.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gerald
And
Washington.
for some reason, Washington didn't use his range. He didn't use his reach. He just wanted to get up close with Kalinacki. I don't know why he did that. It was stupid.
And now
Gerald
Gerald
Washington.
Washington's back in the mix.
Gerald
Yeah, he beat
Washington has pillows in his hands.
I mean, I'd say he has some, I'd say he has some clay. I wouldn't say bricks, but he has some clay in his hands. He could hurt
Yeah.
somebody, but I don't think he has
Yeah.
heart.
He knocked out Hellenius, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's why he's back in the mix now. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to be his retirement party.
He should fight F.A. Jogba or something.
They were going to have him and Charles Martin originally. I think that might be the fight that happens, but I'm not 100% sure.
Is it this year? This was supposed to fight around
They're-
December.
They
The
should
next month.
fight around now, the Gamboa card. The Gamboa card.
Oh yeah, the Gamboa card.
I call it I don't even call it the Tank card. I call it just the Gamboa card. Yeah, but I don't know. Tank. Well, I don't want to switch to that subject yet. Who else is on the
Get your
AJ?
notes down, Tyrone.
What?
You got your notes down.
Hmm?
You got your notes down.
No. I'm just trying to think like what upcoming fights are coming up. What's going to happen on the AJ Ruiz card. I just looked on BoxRec, honestly. What do we got here? We've got well, I'll come back to that. Let's go back to the AJ Ruiz card.
I think if AJ Ruiz, I think Ruiz might take it again, possibly.
Yeah. I think AJ could win a boring decision.
Yeah,
No.
I think AJ would look to take him into later rounds.
Yeah. But how well does he do in later rounds himself?
Not much better. He looks in great physical shape and in good physical shape, but he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't have the endurance that he looks like he has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them big ass arms and shit in the later rounds doing them jabs. They'll take a toll on him eventually. Well, that's if he does the jabs.
It's the muscle. It's when me and Marcus would like to have that muscle, but it's not good for boxing. Not all that.
It would have been good for wrestling or something.
Maybe, yeah, but just in general. Let's see who's on the card. The Hrgovic guy.
Oh yeah, I've been talking about him for a minute.
He's fighting another dug-up opponent, Eric Molina, lost to
Eric
Brazil.
Molina.
Joshua Wilder, Areola, and he lost his pro debut by knockout. So Molina is no great shakes,
Yeah.
and I think they should pick somebody better.
He got caught by UKIP as well, didn't he?
Yeah. He's not. Let's see what's going on. What about the Charlo versus like you like to say, Alex, Hulk Hogan's cousin?
Oh yeah. Dennis Hogan.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'll go to decision.
Yeah, I think the Hogan guy he's tough. You know those guys who not hard hitters?
Yeah.
they can take a punch. But guys who could punch, most of them can't take a punch.
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, I think he'll go to decision. What do you think about the Korobov one? Do you think he'll just overwhelm him?
Eubank will overwhelm Cobra.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, man. On that one.
Korobov,
Depends which Eubank we get. If we get the Barbarian or we get the one that fought Uderim.
mhm. Yeah, I think he can do some damage, you know. Korobov is 36, by the way. He's turns 37 January. So he's not pretty quickly.
26, okay.
Yeah.
But there definitely won't be a walk in the park for Eubank, though.
No, I definitely won't. No,
Well,
definitely won't. Did anybody see
if he win, the Charlo fight should be interesting, though.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
The press conference. Huh?
The Jermell is fighting Harrison in the rematch. Marcus, did you hear about that?
Who's fighting who?
Jermell is rematching Harrison.
Harrison?
The 21st.
Is he ready?
Well, you know.
Do you know him, Marcus Jamel?
Yeah, the twins, the Charlo twins.
Yeah.
Is he gonna like? I don't know, man. Because when someone loses and then goes for the rematch, I feel like, especially just how shaken up it's Jermell, right? Jermell's just the one that lost. I feel like he's just the way he took the loss. He didn't handle it well, and I still think he's going into the ring devastated from the loss. So we'll see.
Harrison can do. You think Harrison, you know, kind of bullshitted his way to a decision?
Because
you were right there. You saw it.
Yeah, I was talking about you with the fight, and you said, I know I was looking over it somewhat, and you were saying that the jab and he somewhat was outboxing him a little bit. That it wasn't just. A lot of people said he got robbed, but we'll see. I think Jermell is probably looking now for either to try and outbox him every round or trying to look for a big punch. So we'll see.
Did anybody catch Jermell versus this was an old fight now. The Future? Remember that fight, Alex?
Yeah, he was drowning, man. He was drowning.
Back out. Even I'm going to share my screen here. Oh, yeah, we're going to get it. I'm going to show you.
Are you, Jorge Cota?
Nah, not Jorge Cota. Charles Hatley.
Oh, Charles Hatley.
I'm trying to find where the knockout is.
Where the guy was like, you know, drowning.
It was real bad. I've got where's this picture here? Even the ref, or even one of the. Look at this. This thing was funny. Yeah, but Charles had a whole bunch of amateur fights. He beat Keith Thurman in the amateurs. He beats a ton of guys, and he was.
Tyrone, what you trying to pull up a video?
Nah, the pick of.
Well, come on, man. We ain't got all day. I'm joking.
The Future.
You know I got jokes, baby.
I'm trying to find where they've got this pick, man.
Yeah, my bad. Man. I was on mute because I don't want y'all to hear me clickety clack on the keyboard because I could type pretty fast without looking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't boasting of my keyboard skills, but yeah, talking to this dude about boxing on this like that Real Boxing Real Truth Facebook page, man. A lot of these cats, man. I tell you what, I don't understand why there's a difference. If you want to talk about what's going on in the ring or what happened in the ring, that's one thing. But then when you start interjecting yourself and start talking about the rules and stuff like that, that's another thing. And none of these cats on this damn page is reading nothing. They ain't going out there, they ain't reading none of these rules. They ain't doing nothing like that. They just coming on here regurgitating what they hear from these YouTube channels. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh shit! 60%.
Like you can't get all your information from a boxing forum, because half of those dudes, that's some of those dudes up in there, not half of them, but a good amount of them don't know what the hell they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that is you got the thing called human error. People make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? They might have read something wrong. They might have forgotten something and didn't sell the whole thing, or got the story mixed up. And you don't even go over there and read it for yourself. So I'm kind of like, damn, I'm going, trying to teach these boys, man. Y'all need to start reading, man. Stick to talk about what's going on in the ring.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you got a big point there, bro. I don't know if anybody caught the stream that I did last night, but the stream was basically titled winning rounds and winning fights. And basically I come up with that stream because of the backlash after the Wilder Ortiz event, how everyone's comment on the fight pretty much was like, Ortiz was winning the fight. He was winning all the rounds or whatever. And it's scheduled for 12, but Ortiz didn't make it to 12. And he didn't end it early. Wilder did. So at the end of the day, the scorecards don't mean anything when the fight has been finished by the other guy. So to substantiate my point of reference in talking about this, I gave 4 examples of other heavyweight fights that took place that ended either in a decision or ended early, and how the champion instance was either ahead before victory or behind before victory, and the outcome wasn't contingent upon the scorecards, but how the performance played out. And the reason that I did the stream that way was because I was trying to assist people in the thought process and notion about why it's important to win each round at a time. But at the same time, if you can finish a guy, you finish a guy. And at the same time, it's about winning at the end of the day. If we're playing a tight football game, and I know football is your game, Mike, am I right? If we're playing a tight football game and it's 2 seconds to go and we're tied and I kick a field goal and I win by the field goal, or if I win by 1 point, I win the game. And it didn't matter that we were close all that time or whatever. What mattered was when the clock went 0, who was ahead. And I think that some people forget that principle when it comes to sports nowadays.
Yeah.
And just because the guy that they may have wanted to see fail, because it's not about wanting Ortiz to prevail. I think that's more of that hate for Wilder and his position. But it's like, because he was winning, he was losing some rounds. But if you know Deontay Wilder and you've watched his fights, Deontay has never gone in there to win rounds. Never.
Yeah.
Winning on the judges' scorecards is never in his mind. He doesn't fight that way. And I actually admire that, because he has such confidence in his ability that he thinks he's going to prevail, whether it's on the scorecards or not. But he's going to make sure he takes it into his own hands at the same time. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people are not too interested in, tactical fights. Casuals, that is. People want to see some of these lights get put out. And that's what Deontay Wilder does. And regardless of, who he's fighting or whatever the scorecards were, that's 2 in a row that he's put out in devastating highlight reel, casual, decaf fashion.
Actually, it's 3. They didn't give him credit for one of them.
Sure, yeah. But on Box Rack, well, not even that, just in general, you know what I mean. Even the decafs get on board to see stuff like this. Look what he did to that guy. I mean, it's gotten to a point where I saw him put Ortiz out. My face was the same way it was, before the knockout. Because this is what I expect from him now. And that says a lot, that somebody can do that day in and day out.
I forget the UFC fighter's name, but in the UFC, if you get in there and you fight like Floyd Mayweather, or if you get in there fighting like Floyd Mayweather, Dana White is gonna blast your ass in the media. What's that one fighter? That one fighter that got it, and then he had to come back and make his rebuttal, and he did it a couple times. He's like,
Woodley.
Yeah, Tyrone Woodley. You here to please the fans and this, then the third, blah, blah, blah. The fans don't want to. Most of these fans that come up in there, yeah, some people do want to see that because they enjoy the art of boxing. They enjoy the art of the sport. But some people that go up in there, they want to see somebody get fucked up. They want to sit right there and feel fucking Louis King Kong Ortiz's sweat drip on their face because Deontay Wilder hit him so hard. Like they watching a 3D movie.
4D.
3D. 2D? Whatever. One of them D's. So yeah, I mean, I think but Storm B-Man is right. In football, people get pissed off when the motherfucker get like a 300-pound, almost 300-pound running back, and he's just running up the middle the whole damn game, tearing your ass up. You could be mad all you want, but at the end of the day, if that's all they got and they win, and that scoreboard says 42-0, you lost. It could be by 1 point, it could be by 3 points, it could be by whatever. You lost.
Right.
Star B-Man is absolutely right. You can't sit up over here and say, oh, it does matter, because when I'm thinking about him fighting Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury's skill set and blah blah whoop, but you don't even want to go back and talk about Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz's performance. You don't even want to go back and talk about that. You just want to talk about what he did in the first fight. But he might not even have it. He might have relapsed. He might have gotten too comfortable sleeping on those silk sheets. See what I'm saying?
Relapse.
And then you get up in there thinking that he's gonna do the same damn thing. He got a trainer that really don't know shit. He ain't the trainer that he got ain't got no other fighters, thinking that he knows shit. And he's gonna get up and then he go to Wilder's fight, acting like he's doing a spy gate, like he's gonna learn something. How you gonna learn something from Deontay Wilder that night when only 69 punches were thrown? Yeah. The whole damn fight. How you gonna learn something? What if Wilder get up in there and start throwing 3-piece combos at Tyson Fury? What is he gonna do? What is Tyson Fury gonna do then? Oh shit, I didn't know he was gonna do that. Then your robotic computerized ass, see, because he's training to fight a guy that he fought in the last fight. He's not training to fight and evolve in the ring. Nobody knows if Tyson Fury is the type of boxer that can evolve in the ring and deal with adversity in the ring and figure out a fighter in the ring on how to win. He couldn't even figure out how to put away Otto Wallin because he didn't have the fucking stamina. He couldn't keep up the fucking pace.
Right.
So now he's going to get up in there with Wilder, a guy that can keep up the pace, a guy that ain't phased by none of your fucking punches, a guy that's going to take your punches, but eventually you're going to have to take one of his. And just like Bermane Stiverne, just like Tyson Fury, I'm going to tell you this. As a man, as a straight up man, when you play football, I'm a defensive back. During season now, I weigh about 185. Sometimes close to 192-ish, 3-ish every now and again, depending on how much goat I ate. But when you have a 225-pound running back coming at you fucking full steam, coming into your area of responsibility, when you're in your area of responsibility as a defensive back, some defensive backs, they get on their knees to make a tackle. Some defensive backs, they leave their feet to make a tackle. I engage. And guess what? It might not hurt, but guess what? I'm talking about over and over and over and over and over again. This shit is happening. If that shit happens 10 times in the game, how many motherfuckers gonna think twice and be like, damn, I'm tired of this motherfucker. Damn, that last hit kind of hurt. Damn, the hurt 5 hits ago hurt and they still hurt. Damn, this motherfucker tearing me up. What do you think he gonna do? The motherfucker is gonna miss the tackle and the motherfucker gonna make a touchdown because you was too pussy-footed to make the tackle because you was getting your ass beat. Now, when you looked at Bermane Stiverne in the second fight, he knew what time it was. he knew now well he didn't want to be in that damn ring getting hit upside the head with that amount of force. Tyson Fury is gonna be the same damn thing. In the back of his head, I don't care who you are, in the back of your head, there's just gonna be this little thing. Oh shit, here it comes. What did you do? That's the thing about being a man.
Oh no, my first troll.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, that's Hakeem Allen. That's Hakeem Allen. He from that
Oh, he followed you.
he followed me. He from the Real Boxing, Real Truth thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he just be playing around. He know Wilder ain't ducked that dude. He just like to incite people and get him riled up and stuff like that. God bless that man's heart, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and hit the bell icon for further information and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on the whole like fact that people been harping on the whole Fury winning. I mean, Ortiz winning rounds or winning the fight before Wilder eventually put him out. Honestly, like very rarely or almost at no time in the history of boxing talk do people ever say like that the dude was winning rounds or like winning the fight and like harp on that, like rather than like the dude getting knocked out. I mean, I understand if Ortiz was like had the dude flailing and like was just putting a like ass whooping on Wilder, but the fight output, like the punch output for both guys wasn't that high. And if Ortiz was beating him in punch output in those rounds, it would be like by 1 or 2 punches at the most. Like, and I mean, and that's like on those bullshit fucking CompuBox or whatever they use on the Fox pay-per-view. But people like whatever Wilder doesn't do on that particular day is what people are hold up high as a standard on that day.
Right.
And whatever Wilder like ends up doing is like what they're not wanting to see. Like when Mayweather was doing the whole highly technical like type boxing, everybody was like adamantly opposed to that.
Yeah. We want to see
like yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Wilder's the whole different opposite end of the spectrum of that.
Right.
And now people are poking holes through what he does, like or what he doesn't do. I mean, and when they compare it to Fury, I mean, like people like forget like the obvious in that Fury had the chance to run that back immediately, and he took the ESPN deal. But then people started saying, "Oh, it's because Wilder will never make that kind of money that ESPN paid Fury." But we weren't talking about money. We were talking about who won and who lost, and we thought we were going to get a rematch in the immediate or in the aftermath, and we didn't because somebody went to go chase money. But like these dudes that are working as bouncers at clubs, like, you know, that are making like not so much money and are taking Advil like after they work a shift as a bouncer. Now that becomes their standard of the day. You know, like I just can't stand like how people pivot um, as far as like what they hold high, like, and especially with boxing. I mean, like, you know, one day it's one thing that you like,
Yeah.
that'll
Very
change like
convenient.
on a whim.
Very convenient.
Yeah, it is convenient, but it's like, you know, a lot of this shit's happening on YouTube. It's like, unless
Right.
you erase videos, like, which is whole shit in itself. I mean, you could always go back and like fucking and see, like, you know, you said this, and like, and people don't even do that. Like, people don't even hold, like, you know, well, listen, like, we'll pump the brakes on you there because a couple months ago you were saying this, that, and the third, and now you're saying, you know, something completely different. Now people will jump on that bandwagon just hating, and
Yeah,
it's
that's pretty much it. They're hating.
and it's usually motivated by like a hate of Wilder. Like, I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's the flavor of the day. To be frank, man, like, I mean, I like it. If Wilder continues at this trajectory, I mean, he's 2 fights deep into pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure he's going to continue to fight pay-per-view from here on out. At this trajectory, man, Wilder's going to get a lot more hate than what even Mayweather got. I mean, like, you know, you look at Wilder's potential next fight. If Fury grows a pair and like doesn't back out of that February 22nd date to fight Wilder, I mean, if that's $100 million plus fight.
Who's this
Wilder,
Hakeem Allen?
Yeah, Wilder against the Andy Ruiz Joshua winner, like, could potentially be a huge money fight too. So I mean, like, you know, with that rising, with that potential of a rising trajectory that could be ahead for Wilder, the hate's only going to get bigger and bigger. I mean, and the people's need to or like pivoting from what they like from a boxer, like, is going to continue to change, man. It's like,
Yeah.
overly frustrating.
Yeah.
You mind if I respond to that? Master
Sure.
File Player. I want to start and go backwards with your most recent remark. I disagree that people are going to dislike him more than Mayweather, or even equally, and I'll tell you why. He's got one great thing going for him that Mayweather didn't. He provides excitement. He knocks people unconscious. At the end of the day, people tune in for boxing for that reason alone. And when you have someone who does it with such precision and such abrupt ending, dramatic fashion, people will tune into that because they want to see, like, man, when is he going to do it to this guy? When is it going to happen? You know, they're going to sit on the edge of their seat. People like train wrecks. Floyd Mayweather got to a point in his career where he didn't apply himself. He coasted, and people didn't like that because they felt that they could see that he was better than a lot of the opponents that he began to pick to fight, because that's what he was doing, picking certain opponents to fight because he could look and remain safe within that realm because he controlled the circumstances, who he was fighting, at what weight, at what time of the year, so forth and so on. So Wilder, who is he is actually the personification of his name. He's a wild child. He goes in there, doesn't matter who it is, and it's kill or be killed, you know. And because of what people perceive of his lack of technical aspects of boxing that they are so familiar with, that they've been told about and experienced over throughout the years, his ability to be so unorthodox and still be successful, it will draw in both the fans who don't like that, as well as the fans who are just there for the excitement, and those who support him. That's the difference. And there's another difference. he is accessible. Whether you like him or not, he's an accessible champion, represents well in the sport. You don't hear about him on the police blotter and or his personal life on reality and all of that. You don't hear about him until it's time for him to fight again. Just like when Denzel Washington make movies, you don't hear about him until he comes back with his next movie that he's about to drop and he's promoting it or whatever. Same thing. And Deontay does that in boxing. That's admirable. In a time of social media where everybody is looking to put something out there so they can stay in the people's minds. Well, if you do things of quality, when you do come out, people will be there for you. And they'll be waiting in anticipation for your next outing. You don't have to be in social media. You don't have to always have your name out there on sound bites and this, that, and the other, like certain other individuals do. So that's where I feel he's different from Mayweather. Plus, he has class. The other aspect that I was going to talk about is when talking about his fight with Ortiz, we were talking about the punch output and everything. He was making Ortiz expend himself because remember, the talk was Ortiz came in such best shape, right? It was like the best since 2015. He had dropped a few extra pounds from the last time and had more muscle and all of that. Well, Deontay and his people, they heard all of that. They watched and everything, and they tricked the man, who's also the older man, and they made him expend himself. He was going in there. He was landing some shots at certain points in the fight, and they were making him pursue. You could go back, watch a number of HBO heavyweight championship fights when George Foreman was doing commentary. He used to say, you never follow a puncher around. Never. And that's coming from an experienced puncher who got knocked out by the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, following him around, trying to knock him out and got knocked out. So George was wise in that aspect when he would say that on the airwaves. Plenty of heavyweight fights where he called the fights from ringside where he would say that. Now, with this situation, Ortiz was trying to knock Wilder out. And it didn't work out for him. Wilder did enough offensively to make him respect certain aspects of what he was offering, and he did certain things tactically to walk Ruiz into the final shot, the knockout blow. That's boxing ring IQ, something that no one has ever really given him any credit for. And he was doing it with tactics. He was precise, he was accurate, and he was patient. All of these things are attributes that a quality champion has. And guess who exhibited them on Saturday night? See, people do so much talking about this man because of what their dislike is and the unknown is that they're passing by the honest assessments that a real trainer and coach could look at and give him credit for. And therefore, the masses through the media are misled by what they're looking at. You're looking at greatness. It's unorthodox greatness, but it's that all the same. You don't go out there and defend a title 10 times and knock 10 guys out while you're the champ. At the respect for what this man is doing. Before you know it, he'll be gone off the scene and people will look back at him fondly and say, wow, that guy Wilder was something else. But all the time during the duration while he was doing what he was doing, they were looking to pick holes in his game. That's all I have to say.
Well, I just wanted to respond to that. My point, I think that when he does step out of the picture, that people will give him credit. I'm not sure, I can't speak on like what was happening, like when Ali was in his prominence, how he was being received as he was fighting. But I'm pretty sure it's similar to what we're seeing with Wilder now. And like now, when people talk about Ali, they mention him as the greatest and whatnot. In hindsight. So and as far as like what like in the tactical sense, like well, as to what was happening in the fight, um the I know he like that he had that plan in mind, and he was waiting to set up like what eventually ended up happening, where he caught Ortiz with the clean shot. With not much behind it, and he still got him out of there. I knew Ortiz was out of there, and he set that up masterfully. I didn't think that he was losing those rounds. Like, well, I was like, I mean, I was sort of worried that Ortiz, was nudging those rounds, or like perception could have been that he was winning those rounds, and I don't want Wilder to get shitted on like by a bad decision or by somebody jumping the gun and jerking him out of a decision. But I knew he had a plan in mind as far as like trying to set up that eventual shot in the 7th round. As far as like how he's received, like when and I'll use this case, this last fight as an example. The fight seemed to be sold out. It was a raucous crowd. Yeah, celebrities were there. And when Ortiz was having these small spurts of success, like during that fight, you heard a lot of people cheering him on and whatnot. So I think those fights do sell out because of Wilder and because of like his ability to get somebody out of there. But I don't think that those people are like quote unquote like Wilder like fans, or that are there like to cheer him on. I think they're there like to sometimes maybe see him lose, or like just to see a knockout, or because it's a big event at the end of the day.
Right.
Like Wilder's a big ticket item. But like then we see somebody like Wilder, who has all these things going on, as you said, like as far as being a good person, being accessible, they still shit on him. But then you got somebody like Fury, who also has some of the accessibility, but he's a drug addict. He's talked about homosexuals, like which I mean, if you do that now, it's like a death sentence. But he seems to have gotten away with it. And they like refer to like with Fury, or in Fury's case, they hype up the fact that he's lineal, which nobody's ever done until like it was done as a something to compare against Wilder. So I mean, like these factors like work against Wilder, like by what I was mentioning before, as far as people pivoting like what their standards are, and like it's not that they're pivoting that their standards are for a big group of fighters. They're pivoting what their standards are for this particular fighter, which is Wilder. I mean, like with groups like ours, and like with people that do real boxing conversations, like we gotta try to be the tide against that, like casual ass or hating talk. Like it's not even a casual like point that these people make, because like those points tend to change. That's just hating, man. Like people are hating on Wilder like big time, and like
Right.
real boxing like enthusiasts or real boxing fans like do see what's happening here, that history is being made in front of our eyes. Like this dude has a tremendous put out rate, and people are just saying like, oh well, he's fighting bums. Like I haven't heard many people, including Fury, who's the best in the world, like in some people's eyes, like knocking on the door and trying to fight Wilder. I've seen the opposite. I've seen them try to go fight in the WWE or talk about fighting in mixed martial arts rather than fighting Wilder, rather than finishing this unfinished business, like where people thought, and he thought that he got jerked on a decision. Well, he had the opportunity to finish that up, and he chose to move elsewhere. AJ showed zero sign of fight Wilder, and he's already setting it up that if he beats Ruiz, he's not going to fight Wilder. Like nobody's really racing to fight that top dude.
Right.
And even that's like that's kind of like a new thing too. Like I mean, like because heavyweights in the past, when Tyson was in his prominence, were trying to fight Tyson. It's not to say that like I mean you're gonna make bank fighting Wilder, and you still don't see people trying to line up to fight him. Like you see people like maybe like considering or trying to see him go through a little bit of a downtrend, like to try to line up to fight him maybe down the line. But right now, I don't see anybody like trying to fight Wilder, with the exception of Dillian White, and he's ass, bro. I think if they put that fight in Dillian White, like in front of Dillian White, I think he'd probably try to edge his way out of it. In my heart of hearts, but we like I'm well aware of like what's happening or like what these people like who usually have something bad to say about Wilder, what their intentions are, and it's just hating on the man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I also think that with some of these guys out here, I think some of these fighters, they get it messed up. Like that, you want to win the social media war and the becoming the people's champ and all this other stuff, but you don't want to go out there and reach the people, talk to the people that actually pay for your lavish lifestyles. You don't want to do that. I mean, Anthony Joshua, when's the last time he went on a guy's interview with somebody that's not known? Never. Whenever you seen him do, when's the last time you seen him do an interview with somebody that had less than, 80,000, 100,000 subscribers? All of this stuff is approved. Tyson Fury is going on the same way because they want to make sure they control the narrative that nobody else goes out and says something. Because, over here, somebody can ask a question and then all of a sudden you get other guys, feeding off that information and making videos off of it. Or the guy that did make the video and the dude that did interview, he put his own 2 cents on it and stuff like that, and doesn't make you look good. So they don't want that shit around. Floyd Mayweather, same way. He don't want that shit around. He don't want no, because he know he's flamboyant. He knows that he got a big ego and it gets in the way of making big fights. And it's just people forget that there's also a type of thing called bad publicity is good publicity. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether or not it's good or it's bad. Look at Deontay Wilder. All these cats out here talk about Deontay Wilder so bad and this and the third. He can't do this. He can't box. He only got that right hand. He got skinny legs. He want to give birth to. He want to, to this day and all this other shit. What people need to understand is that you're making videos about him, and you don't even like him. You make every time Deontay Wilder does an interview, you find something that you don't like in there and you make a video on it. Because your fans want to hear about Deontay Wilder and you want to talk about Deontay Wilder. So it doesn't matter. Bad publicity is good publicity. But these cats don't even want to do interviews with people. Shutting people out of venues and shit like that. Because you want to control the narrative. The narrative ain't Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. The lineal ain't that Deontay Wilder is ducking. The narrative ain't Anthony Joshua is this clean cut dude. He's not. He's just a regular dude that's into boxing that's trying to act like that's wearing somebody else's shoes and trying to act like them. Be your own self. Like Fanon said on this live stream, he liked how Deontay Wilder got on there and talked like somebody you could relate to. If you ever met somebody from the South, he didn't get on there and give you all this media personality bullshit. Like he's got a PhD, like somebody said about forget the guy's name, R&B singer. Forget his name.
Neil.
Vlad said that he got a PhD and doing interviews. You don't have to have a PhD in doing interviews. Be your goddamn self. Now, if being yourself ain't what's popping because people ain't gonna like that shit, you know what I'm saying? I can see that. But if you being yourself allows people to be interested into you, then that's the best thing in the world. So that's the reason why they mad at Wilder. He ain't got to go over there and get these dudes this nice public relations speaking and stuff like that. He get on the mic and he speaks the way he feels like he wants to speak. He doesn't really cuss a lot, but every now and again, a couple cuss words slip, a couple of N-words slip. But ain't nothing wrong with that. He's a black man living in the. We ain't gonna go there. But you catch my drift. And when you hear Anthony Joshua, when you hear all the and what's that dude's name? Tyson Fury, when you hear these cats, the narrative is always the same. Anthony Joshua walks in the room acting like fucking Mr. Rogers. Tyson Fury walks in the room and he thinks he's fucking Cedric the Inner fucking Tainer. With all them little corny ass jokes and shit. He ain't got nothing nice to say about nobody. And when he does say something nice about you, you better watch out because the next word is going to be a fuck him. He's going to come around and say something bad about you. He can't help it. Because I was having a conversation with one of my friends. I'm trying to tell her, you need to watch out the dude you hanging around with. If a dude is sitting up over there bad mouthing your ex, he's trying to sell you something. He's trying to sell you himself to you. He ain't got to say nothing about that dude. All he got to do is just show you what kind of man he is. All he got to do is show you what kind of boxer he is in the ring. That's all these two cats got to do. But they can't do that. What they do is they trying to tell you and convince you that they better than that guy. They can't do it in the ring. They don't want to do it in the ring. Tyson Fury moved to ESPN, knowing now well he had a rematch. And fought two low-tier guys, didn't look so great, get fucked up, look gassed out, get 2 cuts, go to WWF, talk some more shit, and now you got to take a rematch, and now you about to shit bricks. Because your time is up. Your time is up in February. All this lineal shit, you can go back over there to the UK, to your fucking local dope man, get your Coke, get your favorite bottle of fucking alcoholic beverage, sit at home and do lines all day, and maybe come out with another book on how you fucking fucked your life up for the second time. Sit your ass down somewhere. How you gonna come out here tomorrow? You want to be the first $1 billion boxer, but you don't want to beat the man to be the man. You don't want to get in the ring with the man to be the man. You want to go through all these little fucking obstacles. I'm the A side. I'm the A side. He's not known. You want to go through all that shit. But everybody and a motherfucking mama wants you two guys in the ring. The offers.
Who's this? This AJ Fury.
I'm talking about AJ. The offers that Deontay Wilder wanted at first were low, reasonable. And then we hear about you guys having a meeting, but you're not talking about AJ, but you're talking about some Dillian Whites. But Deontay Wilder ain't fought nobody, and fighting Dillian White would have sent them fucking 5 years back. You can't reason with certain type of people. It's not going to happen. What's that word? When motherfuckers get kidnapped and they start liking the kidnapper and stuff, Stockholm syndrome. That's what they got. Stockholm syndrome. They and me and Laws had a conversation. We've been having conversations about this for a long time. You have Stockholm syndrome when a guy is scalping tickets and you still go out there and buy the ticket for three times the face value. for a bum of the month. You got Stockholm syndrome when me and Laws is telling you that me, Laws, and everybody on this panel is knowing that Sky is not gonna be no 20 quid or 20 pounds, forget what it is, for the direct pay-per-views ain't gonna be that price.
Mike,
what's up?
You have to have Stockholm syndrome to get a VPN to get the zone, rather than using the Sky that you got in your own country. There's a few guys that have done that.
It's cheaper, but at the same time, is what fight you ain't even getting all the fights.
Exactly.
Actually, it's not cheaper because a VPN on that magnitude, because you're going cross country, and then you're tunneling. It's not going to be that. You're probably paying like $15, $25 a month. What you doing that for? To watch boxing, darts, and pool? Is that what you're doing it for? Go on crack streams. You could have got that for free. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was
With
gonna
the
say you got
Stockholm-
Stockholm. I was
with the
gonna say you
Stockholm-
got Stockholm syndrome if you don't talk to my man Ty Ty to hook you up with that fucking stream site.
But the Stockholm syndrome part is that those motherfuckers is paying for the zone, so Anthony Joshua looks good.
Yeah.
They willing to spend their hard-earned morning
In this, which is crazy.
and pay $15, $25 a month. I know I was in Japan, I was paying $35 a month for my VPN. You paying $15 to maybe $20 for your VPN a month, plus the $100 for the zone. So you break that down per month, that's what you're paying. But you forgot about ESPN. You forgot about BT Sports.
Right.
You forgot
Right.
about Fox. So what are you doing? It's not even worth it.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't make any sense.
That's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I figured it out that's why I'm glad I figured it out and didn't go the route like these guys out here. Cause that shit is comical when you have people out here that don't even want to address the reality in the sport of boxing. And the reality in the sport of boxing is that you're not going to get the fights, because this is what it's leading to. You're not going to get the fights that you want if you keep paying these guys regularly. Because you keep paying them regularly, to them, they enjoying the fights. And then what they do is they keep going over here giving you this stack card shit. Stack card. It is not a fucking stack card. It is this DAZN card, this Herviek, Molina, White Whack, Ruiz Joshua, Povetkin Hunter, Majidov, and Little. It's not a stack card. It's not a stack card. You got a whole bunch of heavyweights on here that nobody wants to watch. That nobody want to watch. Now the Michael Hunter, I am interested in Michael Hunter and Povetkin. I am interested in the outcome of Andrew Ruiz and Joshua.
Yeah.
But this Majinov and Little and this Herviak and Molina.
And White as well. I ain't interested.
Yeah, I'm not worried about and White and Whack. I'm White is Whack. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that one bit. I'm White is gonna take care of Whack, and Herviak and Molina, I don't care. Majidov and Little, I don't care. So how's it a stack card? Nobody caring about that shit, man. Nobody caring about that shit. And now what he should have did would have made it interesting if he just turned it into his own fucking tournament. If he just turned it into his own fucking tournament and actually put guys that were ranked and shit like that, and people were looking at to be the next big thing, then yeah, I'd be like, yeah, this is shaking up the ranking system. But this ain't shaking up the ranking system. Hell, Eric Molina just got off of a suspension with UCAT, what, last month? No, I mean, shit, a couple days ago, November 27th.
Yeah.
That's interesting. He got suspension at UCAT.
Damn, that was the day. Matter of fact, I believe that was the day. I believe today it was either the 25th, it's the 20th something. Eric Molina just got off a suspension. And this dude, he just got off suspension with UCAD. So, come on. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what y'all. What else? I don't know. What else y'all got? Privacy permitted.
Bro, it's what do you want to go over, man?
What else we had? I know we had.
Yo, I was gonna mention too, though. Not for nothing, man. That DAZN card, as much as I hate DAZN, is a little bit better than that fucking last PPC card, bro. That PPC card sucked. Besides
Fucking
Baldy.
vanilla midgets everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't think it. Well, there was only 2 fights that was good in my book, but
Now, granted, we were getting knockouts.
oh, here it is. The new period of ineligibility will commence on 28 October 2019 and will expire at midnight on 27 November 2019. Ain't that about a bitch?
That's the day, isn't that?
Just in the nick of time.
Hey, Eric Molina. Yeah, he's isn't he a special ed teacher?
I believe he is a teacher though, but I don't know what teacher he is.
I think it's special ed. There's a video on YouTube where he was about to go to Poland and they came to his high school and everything, and they're like, you know, give Teacher Molina a round of applause. They had a pep rally. They said,
Oh yeah, that's right. Because when he popped, he was pissed off, and he said something like, he was like, man, what do I look like cheating? He was like, now y'all got now I got to go to school and look at my students and stuff like that because y'all out here calling me a PED user. So
don't do the crime then.
yeah. Any other fights going on before the end of the year?
Before the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pascal Jack? Jesus. Talk about leaving your foot in the door. An unwanted house guest. I mean, both of these guys shouldn't even be fighting.
Oh, Tank Davis.
Yeah, Tank Davis.
Gamboa. But yeah, we'll see.
Who's on the undercard, you know? The 2 non-Americans on that.
Charles Martin is going to be on there.
Ooh, hold up.
How about Charlo and Harrison?
Yeah, we forgot about that one.
Yeah, we just skipped right over.
Mike, what happened? What did you see?
Nah, I was thinking something in my head.
Oh.
Rigondeaux went back to 118, if anybody cares.
He went back to what?
118.
Damn, that's small as fuck.
He's actually in a decent
I
fight.
couldn't predict the move, I'm even.
He's in a decent
Shit,
fight.
shit, god damn, that's small as fuck.
118 pounds. When was the last time you guys were 118 pounds? You remember that?
I don't.
I think I was in the 4th grade, maybe. 118 pounds. Dude.
Yeah, probably around that year 3, which is the 3rd grade, or whatever.
Year 3.
Yeah, that's what we call it, year 3 or year 5. What?
Say these guys are small.
Yeah.
I said my bag of popcorn is putting up more of a fight.
Got Asian girl weight.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike, if it was a straight up fight, you think you could fuck up Rigondeaux?
Straight up fight. I'm not a boxer, man, so I'm not even going. I got that. I better know how to throw that Deontay Wilder one punch because I ain't no boxer. I ain't even gonna front.
You said you could fuck up Joe Joyce.
Oh, Joe Joyce, that motherfucker just slow. That motherfucker
If you get him in real time,
that motherfucker is just slow. He's slow on his feet, slow with his hands. He even sounds slow when he talk. Like, who sounds slower when they talk, Shaq or Joe Joyce?
DJ Quick's quicker than him. Hold it down.
Dang.
My bad, bro. I'm cleaning fucking toilets as we speak, bro. So I can't hit mute.
Ugh.
Yeah, so who else we got? Is it what's his name now? Jesse Hart's fighting on the 28th, isn't he?
What'd you say?
Yeah,
Jesse Hart.
I think he's fighting 28 or early January. I think like the first week of January.
He's fighting the white guy,
Joe Smith Jr.
Joe Smith.
Mm.
I mean, well, we got. I mean, the Charlo Harrison fight, man. Yeah, I guess I did. I ain't gonna say kind of. I did forget about that one because this weekend.
Right.
But yeah, I'm thinking. I'm picking Charlo. So, yep.
They should have made that fight like in Brooklyn, bro. They're gonna be fighting in California. It's not even like LA or anything.
Probably because the judges are something like Charlo's influencing the judges over there.
Oh, I see.
Well, it don't matter because they can get them judges from anywhere.
Then they got Detroit either, so they said like.
Nah, those judges, the judges. I forget how the judges are picked, but who knows? Maybe in California they can't really do nothing about it with the judges. But yeah, them judges they go everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid though. I mean, like that's a big fight, bro. That's a big deal. I mean, it's not like a humongous deal fight, but it's a pretty big deal fight, man. Like to do it in non-LA California, like I mean, I don't know. I think he missed the mark on that one.
Yeah. I don't understand. I mean, that's just I don't know the theory behind doing it like that, but I seriously think that they would just have. I mean, there has to be. Well, I hope there's an explanation on their part on why they want to do it that way, but I don't see an explanation with that because you're not where your fans are. You know what I'm saying? You would think you would go where the high concentration of where your fans are. So, I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's you don't think of like outside of LA, like California, like to be like a spot to put two brothers up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
fucking
I mean, well,
that's
Wilder's
more
been
like
doing it too. Wilder ain't went back home in a minute.
Nah, but Brooklyn is kind of like Wilder got like a base out of Brooklyn. Wilder, I mean, if you went back to Alabama, that'd be that's like a sellout affair. Like he already got like an established like spot like or spots that he could sell out. Wilder can go anywhere and he'll sell out. But Charlo, I don't think he's at that threshold.
Man, he didn't do like a proper show in Houston yet.
Who's that?
Charlo.
Has he or he hasn't, right? I think he did. Didn't he fight in Houston one time?
Not. That was probably years ago. I don't remember. I know Jamal did.
Yeah.
Against Brandon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm sort of rooting for Harrison in that fight, though. To be frank, man, like the younger Charlo, man, I actually think he's a little bit more skilled than his older brother. He fought like dog shit that day. He was loading up too much, but that dude's got like family qualities, bro. Like I don't know, he's just too snappy for my taste. Like as far as like wanting to fight dudes outside the ring. I heard he's dick outside the ring too. Like as far as like to media of within our circles and whatnot. So I mean, I'm kind of rooting for Harrison. Like, you know, I like the fact that he's like outwitting him prior to this fight or pissing him off.
What did he say?
Yeah, I heard in the TV cats can talk.
It ain't got nothing to do with where they from, man. It ain't got nothing to do where they from if they got the gift of gab like that, man. That's just.
I don't know. This is what you guys say.
No, ain't what I say, but you know, it doesn't matter. You know, not everybody from New York know how to battle rap or talk shit. You know, do the
or b-boy dance.
Can't everybody do it? And can't you know? There's always gonna have a guy that's better than the next guy, and it doesn't matter where he comes from. You know what I'm saying? you know, you either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And obviously some cats do got it, but you gotta understand it's like and look, it's so easy. Even a fucking caveman could have done it. All he had to do was go, hoo, hoo. You know what I'm saying? Because Charlo, it ain't in him. He ain't got it like that. He ain't no comedian. He ain't no shit talker. He can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Only thing he can do is get frustrated and start swinging. Um, but I just thought it was, it was like whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the last fight to me, it could have been a draw. It could have went either way. So I'm kind of like, it's not really a big of a a win, but it's a win. It's not like it was a concise win or something like that to where, you know, um, I would have took the shit talking serious because I'm like, yo, whatever, man. It's like get your asses in the ring and let's get this thing over with. You know what I'm saying? It's good to watch build ups and fights and stuff like that. But for this one, like I didn't find it funny. I didn't find Tony Harrison funny at all. I didn't find it witty at all. I was just like, whatever, man. It's like you got something to prove, really, because if you don't go up in here and whoop this dude's ass, give him an ass whooping. Ain't no need to be sitting here talking shit. And I don't think he could serve Charlo an ass whooping. He could probably beat him, but that's not an ass whooping. But I don't think he can serve him an ass whooping. I think Charlo is the only one that can serve an ass whooping because he has the ability to knock Tony out.
Mm.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't think Tony's a pillow puncher, but I think Charlo has a way, way better chin. So
That boy been drinking that bad water. That's why. Motherfuckers drinking that bad tap water. Sure, they gave him human chin.
Oh yeah. Top water.
yeah, Charlo has a good chin. The both of them do.
Tony can gas like a motherfucker as well.
If anything, Tony should have told fucking Charlo to cut that bullshit off his head. That's what he should have said. Come home like me and cut that shit off your head. Your hairline way back there, cut that shit off.
Come home like me.
You see, Jarrett Hurd, he finally got rid of that top ramen shit.
Mm-hmm.
He finally got his hair black now. He finally got rid of that fake ass Odell Beckham Jr. looking shit.
Yeah, he's came out of hiding now.
Yeah. I'll be like, man, why all these light skinned dudes wanna put that blonde hair on top? No offense, Tyrone.
You're good. I knew you were going to go with that. Yeah.
Jacobs Jennings, what's happening? What's up, Lawrence Williams? What's happening? Jacob Jennings said at salute Tyrone Smith to everyone on the podcast and everyone in the chat. What's good, everyone? Salute, brothers. Peace with a boxing sign. I guess that means peace to box.
I gotta wait till it come up on here. It's kind of slow.
There was something I did want to talk about, but I couldn't.
Is Hurd coming back at 160? Is he coming back at 154 or 60?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. But some of
He
these
had an
cats need
interview
to.
with Fred, and it wasn't coherent, man. Whatever.
He was dancing around the bush.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, him. Yeah,
No.
he probably can't. He probably can't tell nobody, and he probably don't know what he want to do. But he gon' But I think sometimes people need to. You don't have to rush, your boxing career. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to rush it when you're starting off young. And a lot of these cats feel like, they gotta rush, which is rightly so because, some of these cats need their bills paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's so the way I put it is when you see Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Well, first of all, what a lot of people fail to realize is how Anthony Joshua was fast tracked because he had a gold medal. That's the reason why he was fast tracked, trying to make him into this. And then not only that, since he had that gold medal, looking like the next dude to come out of the UK, he was fast tracked. And then he had the guy, who was that guy? Charles Martin. Then he had Charles Martin, so it was too easy. People got to remember, Anthony Joshua ranked overall in the heavyweight, the top 10 overall, like on ESPN and all that stuff. He wasn't heard of. I remember at one point it was Carlos Takam was on there. Who else? A couple other. No, Carlos Takam was on there. No talks of no AJ at one point. Deontay Wilder was on there. Tyson Fury was on there. Klitschko, Povetkin. I believe at one point Brian Jennings was on there.
Was all on it.
I'm talking about ranked top 10. And Anthony Joshua wasn't even heard of. So he skipped the line by getting hooked up. Deontay Wilder didn't have these hookup. He was, he was with this guy, that guy, Golden Utensil Promotions, PBC.
Utensil Promotions.
Oh, that's what I like to call him. That's what he like to use, and look at him now. Dillian White.
Hey, by the way, did you guys hear about what happened to Andrew Cancio?
No.
No.
He was the guy who beat Machado, the guy who was underneath forget now, Cotto Promotions, who was the undefeated champion.
Oh, the Puerto Rican cat.
Yeah, at 130. He beat him twice, knocked him out twice. And he just lost to Rene Alvarado, a guy he knocked out 4 years ago with 8 losses. He just lost to him and lost his title last Saturday. And Golden Boy cuts him from the contract.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn, no loyalty.
No loyalty, man. You reading it, Mike?
No, I'm just listening to you, man. It's just
Yeah,
like, that's like, man.
He was the one, remember he was the midget fighter. They were talking about he was working full-time with California Gas or Southern California Gas or whatever.
Oh, SDG&E?
Yeah, he was full-time with them. He had his truck and everything. And
what?
Yeah, he knocked out Machado twice and goes ahead and loses this fight. I don't know. He shouldn't have lost this fight. There was something clearly behind the scenes because he wasn't knocked down or anything, but he just kind of gave up.
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna have to drop out, but thanks for having me on. And
yeah, no problem, man.
Everybody that's out there. I'll catch you
it.
guys on the rebound, man.
Yep.
All right, peace out. Happy holidays to you guys too.
Oh yeah, you know it. See you soon, though.
All right.
Yeah, stuff like that, man. When people like one loss and you got to give a man a chance. You know what I'm saying, to redeem himself and stuff like that, and it's just that's just pitiful, man.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, he's still gonna get another fight somewhere because you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that too. There's no guarantee that somebody want to fight him to try to, get step up. There's no loyalty, man. You got more loyalty to all these other cats that you sign and shit like that, but you ain't got no loyalty. Well, really, to tell you the truth, we don't know what the dude has because even Canelo's saying that the motherfucker ain't loyal. So
that's all. Every time you hear it from these Spanish fighters, I want to sign with Golden Boy or whatever they say it in.
Well, I think because they want to stick with their peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's because they want to stick with their peoples, but the problem is that your peoples ain't good people.
I don't get why Judy Ellis is still on that shit.
You try to get up in there, you try to get that check real quick and stuff like that. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. You can't, and that's what people gotta understand. Not all good money is not all money is good money, because you end up hurting yourself in the end. You made all that money, had to pay all them taxes, had to get him, and now you cut off, and now you ain't got a place to go. And now you got to probably start selling shit because if you bought a whole bunch of shit, now you got too much liability sitting out there. Yeah, Jacob Jennings say he like Charlo in the rematch. Yep,
Yeah.
right on with him. You know, that's sad, man. He took that. He literally taking money out of that dude's family mouth, man. I wouldn't be mad about myself. I'll be mad because, you know, I got to feed my. I'm worried about my family.
Because Mike, he's gonna end up going back to that job again.
I mean, he probably won't. You know, I don't know if he's working for SDG&E, I don't know if that's one of them companies that are like just let you go. Then who knows how he left? Did he put his 2 weeks notice in? Did he just bounce? Did he let people know? You know,
he's still with them. He's been with them. He's still with them. He's been with them ever since he knocked out. Even a while before that, since he knocked out Machado, he's been, you know, doing the full-time thing while being champion for a while now. About a year, 2 years.
Oh, well, that's good though. I guess he felt like these motherfuckers, man, no telling when.
No, they weren't paying him nothing. What was he on probably for that show? Maybe 6 figures. And then how much of that goes to the team and the man?
If he in San Diego, yeah. If he in San Diego, 6 figures, man.
Yeah, they didn't pay him anything. He even said it. I'll pull up the article, man. I've got to read this because it was weird. He said that he was pushing them to promote him more.
They ain't promote nobody.
Yeah,
they ain't even really promote Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo's like his clout took a hit since he went on the zone that fight thing.
This is what he said. So he said, the whole situation is fucked up. I'm already down on myself for the way I lost my belt, and now it's like, let's just put this on you. It's unfortunate how it all happened. I wanted a rematch with Alvarado, and they didn't want to give me one. My whole career, I've been at Fantasy Springs. Don't get me wrong, I love it there, but I wanted to move around and get promoted better to build up my fan base and build more exposure. That's how I felt, and I still feel that way. Ryan Garcia beat Golden Boy up a lot worse than what I did. I just said the truth, but they signed Ryan to a big contract and paid him more money than paid me. He's not even champion. This is what the guy Diaz said, Robert Diaz, the matchmaker. We wish Andrew all the very best of luck and hope he can find what he was missing here at Golden Boy with bigger money, bigger venues. He said, I was like, wow, I was very surprised. And it goes against everything they've ever said about not taking it personal. I'm really good friends with Eric Gomez and Robert, but I lost respect for the company. They taught me to never take things personal on the business side, but yet they took Andrew's statements of wanting more money and bigger venues, and they took it and twisted it into you're done, Robert told me. We're tired of fighters talking about us. We're going to take a stand and release Andrew. This is what they said.
Yeah, we're going to release him because you got Ryan Garcia, but he's I don't see him I don't see him seriously. Seriously, like I know he's fighting for some vacant belt, you know, but
he's probably fighting for the one that which belt is he fighting for?
The vacant WBC silver. No, sorry, he got that. He got that already. Yeah. But I don't see him like being that dude.
They told him not to take things personally, and the matchmaker legit said, Robert Diaz said, we're tired of fighters talking about us. We're going to take a stand and release Andrew.
You know it'd be funny if that dude actually came back and just went through his whole stable like Mayweather.
He probably could. I mean, there's not much there. At 135.
But they ain't who they got?
Exactly.
You know? Let's talk about I just remembered it. Your boy Dillian White. Right? Let me go on to Twitter to make sure I got my shit right. This knucklehead, man. I tell you what, man. This dude, and then we're gonna go on to Jarrell. If you don't mind, we go on to
Yeah,
we go
yeah,
on to the Hamburglar Jarrell Miller.
yeah.
Right?
Hamburger.
Yeah, the Hamburglar. This dude, Dylan White, gonna say he's just a tall basketball player from Alabama who used to work in McDonald's motherfucker. He says, scrap after inflicting maximum violence against. Well, put it like this.
Fuck Dylan White.
Dylan White said that, but I wrote this. But my, how the tables have turned. Now the guy who used to work at McDonald's has something you want, and we love to see you smile, bitch.
He's a bitch, man. Dylan White ain't no fuck. He ain't no real Jamaican. He's a bitch, that guy, man. He's fucking disgusting. Him, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, Jacob Jennings said, and who the hell is Money Mayweather going to fight next year? If y'all think it's relevant, I don't know. I'm not even gonna watch it.
No idea.
I'm not watching it. Don't even want to talk about it. That's how I put it. I don't think talking about that dude is relevant to the sport of boxing. I think if you want to sit up over there and talk about that dude, that's your business. But there's two guys I don't like talking about, and that's Mayweather and that's fucking Kovalev. And I ain't gonna do it. So, you know, folks can say whatever they want to about my stance on it, but I feel that talking about those dudes just gives them more space and opportunity, and I don't think they should get no space and opportunity because if one is racist, kicking dogs and slapping up women and punching them and fucking them up like that and grabbing booties and stealing kisses, and the other hand, the other guy is not retired, but he says he's retired, and he's fucking going around in here playing peekaboo and not and want to come back and fight because you know now well there's more money to be had by staying retired and not fighting but standing in the gym like you normally do, and then just coming back in here every now and again because you think you're so good and whooping up on these dudes. But you ain't fighting no Charlos, you ain't fighting no fucking Canelos. Again, you ain't fighting no motherfucking Crawfords, no Spences. No, you ain't fighting no. Hell, Sean Porter, you ain't fighting that either. You gonna come back in here. You gonna grab one of these fucking legacy fighters, one of these guys that you either already fought, or somebody that you know ain't on your level. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, he can go to hell with gasoline draws on.
Dylan White as well can go to hell with gasoline draws on.
Yeah, he's a freaking idiot, man. It's like you're going around here talking about this dude, right? You like Tyrone, you talked about it. Alex, you talked about it. We all talked about it. When it comes to this dude, he had nothing but opportunity to fight Dominic Brazil or to fight somebody that was going to get him the mandatory position. Instead, what he did was he fought a whole bunch of low-tier fighters thinking that it was going to get him somewhere. Are you insane? Because you got to be. You got to be insane if you think about giving basically what you did was you gave subpar performance and expecting great results.
Yeah. If Eddie Hearn's lying to his dumbass, or he's just like he's a sociopath. He believes in his own lies. That's the only thing. That's the only two things I think of this guy.
Man, the dude needs to quit it.
Yeah, to go back to your point, dude. Go back to your point, Mike, about Mayweather not fighting nobody. He goes out and fights Andre Berto instead of Sean Porter.
Yeah, I mean, fight Sean Porter.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that. At least that's a guy that you think that you could whoop on. Somebody that's in shape. Somebody will be willing to give they all up in there. You know what I'm saying? A young buck, vibrant dude. We know Sean is gonna land some punches. You know what I'm saying?
You'll fight Lipnitz instead.
Rocky Fielding.
Who? Mayweather versus Rocky Fielding.
That's what he go. That's what he go fight.
That's what he said. I can't believe Golden Boy said that, did that. Actually, I can believe it. Just the way they did it. He said, Andrew, this is business. It's, you know, we never take anything personal. And he goes to he said, I don't like the way I'm tired of fighters talking about us. We're going to take a stand and release Andrew.
Yeah, but if they tired of fighters talking about him, what the fuck are you doing? Obviously, if all your fighters is putting their corporate motherfucking what do you call them things? Not a suggestion box, but the gripe box or whatever. The tattletale, the complaint box, out on the street, out on Front Street. Obviously, there's something wrong, and that you guys need to fix up over there.
Yeah, that complaint box isn't working real right.
Yeah, because obviously you guys ain't listening to nobody. So when they tell on your ass, you get upset. Jacob Jennings said probably a UFC fighter.
Yeah,
but he said I'm thinking about Pacquiao rematch. That's the money maker.
People are dumb, but I don't think they're too dumb. I think eventually he keeps coming out with all this. Sooner or later, nobody's gonna want to see him fight.
These guys that want the Pacquiao rematch, I think, are the ones that want the.
And you know another thing, why is he gonna come out weigh-in to the day of the Wilder Ortiz fight? Because in Vegas, Mayweather always came across to me as whenever he sees somebody get a little bit of shine, I've got to put the focus back on me now, and he'll do whatever he can.
I mean, it seems like that, but I just don't think that's the case.
So why did he come out fight week?
I gave that analogy. I think that because he knows there's money on the table.
But why now? Why didn't he let? Why? And
because the dude has never been retired. He just says he's retired. He's not retired.
Yeah, but Brooklyn was. Did you guys see Brooklyn's vid?
Nope.
He made a really good point about Mayweather. He said Mayweather's supposed. He's talking about him coming out and fighting. Isn't he supposed to be promoting in association with Tom Brown and PBC and everything? Why isn't he promoting the fight? I don't see anything on his Instagram page.
I mean, I said the same thing. I basically said is like, you know, he needs to worry about promoting. He's not. I mean, I know he pays people to do it and stuff like that, but you know, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. What they doing as far as marketing these fighters and stuff, I don't know all that. But as far as what the eyes see and stuff, you know, there could be a little bit more things done. But you know, Leonard Ellerbe is it shouldn't be the go-to for all of this.
He's too sweet for you.
Not only that, it's like he's on there looking like a fucking stroke victim.
Mm-hmm. Seconds, who are you talking about?
Ellerbe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's a cool guy and all that stuff. He knows what he's talking about and stuff like that with some aspects, but you know, I don't think he just cuts the mustard when it comes to getting these fights, you know, like they're supposed to, you know, getting the fights to the level that they're supposed to be on. You know, you banking on Tank Davis's already social media presence and star power and stuff like that. But you didn't create that. Y'all didn't create that shit. He created that. Y'all didn't create it.
Who Tank created it himself?
Tank created it.
Oh yeah.
Tank got people to gravitate him. Mayweather and all them shits didn't do it. Yeah, they helped, but it wasn't just them. Y'all didn't create that stuff. I mean, we all knew that they was huh?
It happened organically as well.
Huh?
It happened organically.
Exactly. But we all knew, I mean, we all knew that Mayweather's team and all that stuff was in on it. I even said it in one of the brothers' live streams. And Leonard Ellerbe said it's like, even he was there. He said he said what the fight is. TMT and all them. He even said it on camera. You know what I'm saying? He even said it on camera when they had, so, it's just one of those things. Is like the only thing I could get from it is I believe Mayweather was there at the fight, but it wasn't. I know him. I know I saw him doing the interview, but I did not see the interview. But at the end of the day, the guy that's the head of TMT Promotions should have been out there on the front lines on TV promoting this dude. You talked about Anthony Joshua, but you can't talk about Deontay Wilder. So do what you got to do though, brother. Just stay out the motherfucking way. I don't think Mayweather coming back and having a fight is going to do anything for what Mayweather's got going on. I don't think it is. I don't think anybody. I don't think it's not going to happen it's not going to happen in the same day, and all that stuff. I don't believe. I want to believe Wilder ain't trying to fight on no Floyd Mayweather's undercard. So, Floyd just gonna have to do what he need to do. I just don't understand it. You go on his Twitter, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I scrolled all the way down on his Twitter page, right? To get all this shit uploaded, right? I typed in Wilder. I pressed Control F, right? I type in Wilder. Nothing. Bomber. Bronze. Type in bronze. Nothing. Bomber. Nothing. He ain't talking about him. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how these cats is. I don't think it has nothing to do with jealousy and all that shit. You know what I think it is? I don't think he likes. I think there's a personal reason. He has a personal fucking vendetta, and I don't think it has anything to do with whatever. I think Mayweather. I think Wilder told Mayweather how the fuck it is.
I mean, what's his name now? I was on D-Star channel and Carsino was on that. He was on that, and they were like saying, "Why is he? What's his problem with Wilder and that? Like, what is it? What is it?" And you just mentioned that he's because Wilder's like basically his own man, really, stuff like that. And then you also mentioned that though it's not only with Wilder, it's with Manny Pacquiao, Canelo. When they do something that looks big, he has to put these 2 cents in.
No, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm made like probably $500 million in a night, but I don't want to put nobody down. That's everybody do what they can do.
You got to say tremendous.
It's a tremendous feeling to make $500 million in a night, but that's just me. I don't want to take my hat off to these guys. I don't want to put them down. They're doing what they're doing.
It's that cocksucker's favorite word.
Tremendous.
Yeah, he don't. Man, I ain't seen that dude do an interview without saying tremendous.
Do you think you can spell it?
Fuck no. Fuck no. But yeah, that's what I feel about it when I watch what's going on. I think Wilder said something to him.
Yeah,
and
I pulled him.
And his little fragile fucking mind with his thin skin, because he got all that money and some broke motherfucker told him how it is. Because Wilder didn't have all that money at first. And I'm pretty sure this happened, a while back. And I probably would have done the same thing if he would have said something slick to me. Or if he would have wanted me to sign something or do something that's fucked up, I probably would have told him fuck no.
Yeah, it's a good for these young guys, or except for the Tank, they're not signing with him because it's futile. You're not going to go anywhere with him. You're going to be stuck in that stable.
I think Tank will eventually get somewhere. It's just that it's one of those things. Is like you can't come out and say 2019 is going to be a big thing for Tank Davis.
Tremendous.
And then you got this Gamboa fight coming up, which is fans like, it's like eventually this you're gonna have to give the fans what they want. You see what I'm saying? Or the TV, in my opinion, should get turned off. You know, but eventually he's gonna. But how? The question is, how long we gonna have to wait?
Yeah.
That's the real question. How long we gonna have to wait? You know, because each time somebody gets older, there's another young dude coming up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how long you want to wait? I know you moved up. I know you moved up, little homie. But you know, you ain't getting no lomos. You ain't getting no homos. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? That's the real question. Nobody, you gotta think about it though. Sometimes it's a game of chess. Sometimes these motherfuckers don't want to fight a motherfucker so they can let him starve, so they can go over there and fight somebody else, so they can look good, so they could point the finger at this dude, like when Anthony Joshua was doing to Deontay Wilder, overpaying people to fight, overpaid Charles Martin, overpaid Klitschko, overpaid Povetkin, so they won't fucking go over there and fight Wilder. That's what they doing. But they didn't have to do it. But now he moved up. Now there's got to be a little bit more finagling going on. But at the same time, out of everybody around there, shit, you better fight Tevin Farmer first. You better get a couple checks, because you fight Tank Davis, man, you might lose. It's a good chance.
What do you call him? Cyclops, Cyborg?
Yeah, Cyclops. One-eyed Willie.
You know, he walks around like he's some big money man.
Well, he said something like when Floyd told him, he had on Twitter or something like that when Floyd told him off, you know what motherfuckers, they ain't got nothing, they ain't got no other jokes to say, but they just hit you in a spot where it don't need to be hit. So he pocket watched him, right? And told him get his paper up or whatever. But what people fail to realize is that wasn't in the aspect of Floyd Mayweather trying to fight. I mean, Tevin Farmer trying to fight Floyd Mayweather. That was in the aspect of Tevin Farmer running his mouth and trying to fight fucking Tank. That's what it was. You running your fucking mouth.
So his response is to get his money up.
Yeah, you know, same. You know,
Get your money up, boy.
you know.
I
No,
can't
everybody-
wait when who's it gonna be? Blood versus IOTBA?
Yeah.
What? Can get here? What? I don't care if you go and try to. I gave you my address. Now go to my house. I'm your mind. Shout out to
You know
Blood,
what?
man.
But shout out to Blood, man. But you know,
Yeah.
I wish he didn't do it. But at the same time, there's only so much a man can motherfucking take to where, you know, you got to just go over there and lay hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see
real.
IOTBA trying to get at Ellie Segback?
Yeah, who?
Yeah, someone, I think because people have been saying stuff to him like, yo,
Yeah, of him versus ES News, like in person. He was calling ES News a dick rider, and ES News was just shrugging him off.
do you know why he did that? A lot of people were checking him because he didn't say anything when he called him Beetlejuice. And I guess people have been harping about that. He just like, you know what, fuck it.
Who?
I'll
Yeah,
go from now.
Ellie called him Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Eddie called him Beetlejuice. He didn't say anything when they went Dallas. Remember when Spence fought Ocampo? It was that time. It was that time period. He called him that. He didn't say anything, do anything. And like people are taking the piss out of him. Like, oh yeah, you let Eddie Sackback call you Beetlejuice, but you don't say it. But you say basically the best saying that, look, you don't say shit to other people, but you say it to us.
Yeah. IOTBA.
All I know is all I remember him, it was the biggest Spence fanboy, and then I think he was begging online or something. He looked bad.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I thought he'd like Wilder. Surprised.
Yeah.
I just think that some of these cats, man,
I'm mentally ill.
what they need to do, like, the way I put it is, the only reason why I do it is because, for one, I really don't like the guy, but it's not like I just go around making videos talking about him, with nonsense and stuff like that. I attack the information that he's giving out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why. And I even titled the videos like that. The dude's a liar. He did lie about a couple things. When somebody gonna say that the ring doctor can only stop can only call a timeout for a fight because of a cut, that's false. I pulled up the information, and it's for the ring doctor can call a timeout any time of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime. Pull up the proof and everything. Anytime he thinks that there's a safety concern with the boxer in the ring, he can call a timeout and make an assessment. And how he does that, he steps on the ring and looks at the ref, and the ref has to call a timeout. Point blank, period. So, but I'm not going around here just making videos. That video I posted of Sporty, that was a long time ago.
Right.
But I have matured over the ways. Well, I'm trying to not just go around here antagonizing people just because I can. Just because I think that's going to give me more likes, more views, and stuff like that. I think the argumentative route like that, and not argumentative, that's more of like antagonistic route, is not good, man. It's like you get your blood pressure up, you yelling, spitting all on the damn microphone. You got veins on your neck, veins on the top of your forehead poking out and shit. Damn near about to blow a blood vessel in your eye. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nah, man.
You think about that. My life is just too fun to be getting mad of stuff like all this trivial things that is.
Yeah, I just don't understand. But I know why the reason why they do it, because that's when they get them views.
Right.
They know when they talking about other people and stuff like that, and especially in the LDBC and Deontay Wilder and these other channels. Yeah, this dude look like Beetlejuice. Fuck. Damn. Yeah, he needs to have the camera off.
Who?
IOTBA, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He got to have the camera off. Tyrone, you was right.
Ain't that Money Head his brother? Remember that Money Head guys go on BFTB's channel, Mike?
Yeah, I think he got evicted.
That guy.
His fucking YouTube channel wasn't paying the bills.
Well, they said you couldn't be. Why'd you have to be a Southern stereotype? Someone said that to him. I was like laughing.
Yeah.
I got the BMW. I got to look at my, what did he say? Look at my Bentley.
Oh, and another thing. So I made a video. I don't know if you guys watched it, about your boy Big Baby Miller yesterday.
I heard he said so. He said that Ortiz got robbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That dude just needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. In boxing, a lot of people are I don't know why. No one's asked for their opinion, and they're not in a good position right now to be talking about anything. They should just shut up and do their own thing. But in boxing, these guys don't care what they don't. These guys are scandalous, man. I'm telling you.
Well, I think the reason why, like I said, I think they all fighting for a spot of the limelight. Right. Like I said in my video, Jarrell Miller, he robbed his whole family. He robbed his whole family of a payday. He possibly robbed himself of one of the biggest fight of his life that he might not ever get again. Now,
I don't feel sorry for him or his family.
You had Jarrell Miller had his mom in there caping for him, saying, "Yeah, that's my baby. Yeah, that's my baby," and he up there lying, taking damn 3 PEDs, lying.
Yeah.
Like what comes from that? What is going to come from you taking 3 PEDs, trying to go into the biggest fight of your career, win or lose, fighting for 3 belts? You're going to say about another man was robbed when you tried to rob Anthony Joshua. You robbed your family, your whole entire family. Talking about your girlfriend, your side piece, the hookers, the girls in the strip club, your kids if you got them, your nieces, your nephews, your grandma, your granddaddy, your great great grandma, your great great granddaddy, your ancestors, New York. You robbed everybody. So don't go around here talk about robberies. You're the biggest thief out there. And you was an imposter at that.
Yeah.
You know, these shit talkers, man, need to get their shit together. How is Tyson Fury going to talk about anybody when technically he's weak-minded? He's weak. And he has to compensate for that by talking shit about other people. But he's weak. Get your fucking shit together.
Right.
And then maybe keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Keep your head down low and aim high. And maybe in the future, people will start taking you seriously. Because as of right now, ain't nobody taking you seriously. The first fight you have, all the way to the last fight you have, you're gonna have an asterisk on your name. Well, you're gonna have 2 asterisks on your name. And one of those asterisks is gonna have 3 PEDs. The other one's gonna have 1. And every fight you're gonna have, people are gonna be questioning whether or not you coming in that fight clean.
Yeah.
You can't make this shit up. Look at Dillian White. You think he ain't got an asterisk on his name? You think Povetkin ain't got an asterisk? You think Ortiz ain't got an asterisk? You think Canelo ain't got an asterisk? You come on. Pacquiao got an asterisk, but he ain't been caught.
He hadn't been caught, has he?
I don't think he's been caught.
No.
You know,
It's just allegedly took something. That's what it is at this point.
yo, this can't be real.
Well, up and now.
I gotta look this. Hold up. I gotta look this up. Nah.
IOTBA. What does that even stand for?
Yo.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Arthur Spuka, 17 hours ago, cruiserweight division, I'm coming. Can't wait.
Damn, it scared me, man. I thought someone died or something. Arthur Spuka, weight bullying.
Wow.
I still think he'd get his ass kicked in cruiserweight.
Well, you know what? That's probably where he should have been at.
Yeah.
That's probably where he should have been at. And that's probably where he would have had the most success at. So, you know.
He's in shape.
Oh, you see it on Twitter?
Yeah, and I'm checking his Instagram too.
Yo, look and see how much. Oh, look at his
But his
box weight.
damaged goods, isn't he, now?
How much did he weigh his last fight?
Probably 230, I think.
How tall is he? 6'2" or 6'2" or 6'3"?
6'3".
Who was his last fight?
Is that who's in cruiserweight right now? Is it
Who's in what?
Who's in cruiserweight right now?
Man, who you got? The Bradis, the Dorticos.
So hold up. You mean to tell me within a 2-month span? Hold up.
I think he
Nah.
could beat Doricos. I think he could just about beat Doricos.
How much did he weigh his last fight though?
Let me check.
Who? Oh, against Chisora.
Mm-mm.
He weighed.
If you can watch the video, the replay, they should have it when they're going in.
Here it is. I'll just check on BoxRec. He weighed a grand total of 243 pounds.
So you mean to tell me this motherfucker lost 40 pounds in 2 months?
Yeah.
Or on his way? Well, he's on his way there.
How much he weighs at the minute?
If you look at him, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's all cut up. I just saw him on Instagram.
I'll check him out as well.
He looks in tremendous shape.
Hey, y'all, I got to get going, man. I got to get going.
All right, bro.
All right, Tyrone and Alex Santos.
Alex.
See y'all later.
Man, all the best, Mike.
Yeah, he looks crazy shape.
Since he's grown the beard.
Yeah, he's trying the beard now.
Yeah, he's in shape. Yeah, he's gone smaller.
Muscle man.
Damn, he was a bit chubby. That and the other it says 6 days ago on
Yeah.
Instagram. Shit.
I mean, well, that was probably an old photo, but still. Should have been fairly recent.
Then there's a picture of him with his wife that just had a facelift. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Don't-
It's probably been cutting. It's been doing some
Yeah, that's the old picture. Yeah, that's the old picture.
excellent clenbuterol.
Computer.
Yeah. What other stuff was he using? He was probably using a ton of hydroxycut, but that stuff you can get over the counter.
This guy literally brought his family with him to go to the Chisora fight.
I think
He did
he's
something by himself.
superstars in.
Huh?
He's like a superstar in Poland, so
I'm like, geez, like even Pulev's super. Well, no, actually, I don't believe that. Even apparently, Pulev's a superstar in Bulgaria. He's probably got a fan. He's got a fan base, no doubt, but it's not like what they make out to be. On some like, I know. Have you heard of AAA wrestling?
huh?
Have you heard of AAA wrestling?
No.
Because you've got wrestlers from Mexico, right? They'll wrestle in the United States or, usually United States in a big company, and then but they're not really that known. But when they go back to Mexico, they're like a rock star sort of thing. That's some of the case. I guess that might be the case for what's his name now? Spizilka. Or Spilka, how you ever pronounce it. Well, let's see how he does in cruiserweight then. I guess their punches wouldn't be as that devastating.
Hopefully,
the heavyweight
he'll take
guys.
the same punch, or hopefully he can, his chin can hold up. What does IFCBA even stand for?
I don't even know what that is it abbreviation. I don't even know what it means.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I don't know. At first, it's not even. Yeah, it's an abbreviation, but I put the dots in between. Yeah, people were saying, who's he talking about? I knew straight away he's talking about IOTBA or ITOBA or whatever.
I gave you my address. We're gonna have a chop session Saturday. See you, boy. Boy. Don't play with me, boy.
Did he say yeah, he's gonna do it?
Well, they're gonna have, Saturday they're gonna have a chop session.
I gotta watch this.
10 a.m. Saturday, I think Eastern. So what's that gonna be? 3 in the afternoon for you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Saturday couldn't get come any more quicker.
He said, "Boy, just wait." I hope he kills him. He's probably gonna kill him. Beetlejuice.
Shit,
Yeah.
I was,
If Ellie step back does that to you, man.
yeah. What happened was people were saying like, because CJ Goodfriend said the joke about him. He's like, this is back then around when Errol Spencer's fighting Ocampos. This was about, was it August or September now?
Mm-hmm.
When he fought Ocampo, was it August or July? One of them months anyway.
June. He fought.
Yeah, June.
June of
Yeah.
20. Jesus. June of 2018.
Yeah, June 2018 last year. He said, he says, oh yeah, that guy looks like Beetlejuice, you know. And then he made a video about CJ, and CJ replied like, okay, you're getting mad at me, but Eddie sent back called you Beetlejuice to your face. He didn't do anything. And then only later, like a year later, he decides to, yeah, this is what I think about you. But good thing he checked Eddie's set, but I can't stand him. That guy's a dick sucker, man. I'm not even gonna. There's no way to call him that, but he's a dick sucker.
Yeah, that guy is a dick rider.
Yeah. This guy, you're amazing. Just give him an interview. Don't do all these exaggerations. Because these boxers are already narcissistic sociopaths to begin with, anyway. You're just gonna boost up their freaking ego.
You're the biggest star in world boxing. You're pound for pound top 10 in all, the news organizations.
Ben Davis, you're the greatest trainer. Like, what the fuck? You only had Tyson Fury. What do you mean he's the greatest trainer?
JDS, you coach Deontay Wilder, 42-0, 41 knockouts. How does that feel? JDS, you get 9 hours of sleep every night. How does that feel?
Well, that guy's and my problem with him is he taught, for an interview, I hope you just stick it to boxing. He has to talk about how they dress. I don't give a shit. Oh, you watch. Oh, look at them shoes. No, I don't care about his shoes. I don't care about his watch. I don't care about his ugly wife. I don't care about his girlfriend with the facelift. I don't care. Talk about the fights. Anything related to fights. These things that we don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
He's another pocket watcher. He's channel breeded pocket watching. He's channel bred that sort of behavior, or birthed it, or was a part of it. Mayweather definitely birthed that shit, but in the boxing world anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they got all them freaking pocket watcher guys that, on the social media they post up fake money and they put quotes of Robert Kiyosaki, stuff like that, thinking that they've got it all figured out and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him. Oh yeah, Carl Frampton's fighting this weekend actually.
Yeah.
I ain't watching it, it's midgets, but yeah, I just remembered. Because it's at the Wilder fight. I was thinking, all right, it's at the Wilder fight. That means, no, I just checked his Instagram. Oh yeah, he's fighting he's fighting this weekend. I ain't watching it. I'm gonna watch the Blood vs. Ayatoba, whatever you call it, though.
Rob versus who?
Blood vs. Ayatoba.
Yeah, IOTBA.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that over that midget. and then who else? I don't think there's anyone fighting in the UK either. No.
Zolmani Tete is fighting, if you care.
Nah. I'll pass on that.
It's not a bad
Are
fight.
you- Huh?
It's not a bad fight.
Do you think you'll ever fight Inoue?
Huh?
Do you think you'll fight Inoue?
Who?
Tete.
Not sure.
Or at least, now Luis Nery's he's not even in the conversation. Forget him. So we've got Abali, Tete, and Inoue. Them three guys need to do something.
Mhm.
Oh, but Inoue's injured, isn't it? So,
Inoue? Yeah.
but he should be back by next. He should be okay by next year. Next year, he should be okay in a few months, like 6 months.
Yeah. Because he had part of his nose broken too, and his orbital
Yeah.
bone, and a whole host of injuries.
Yeah. Then he needs to work on his defense.
He really does.
Tete, he recovered from that, whatever injury he had.
Yeah.
That was way after the World Super Series.
Quote unquote.
But damn, I wish I would have seen how because he was gonna fight Donaire, wasn't he?
Huh?
He was gonna fight Donaire. Tete. If you remember, he was gonna fight Donaire.
Donaire was gonna fight Tete. Donaire wouldn't have been in the final if Tete fought.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Though I wonder how the fight would have went. Though would it have been it would have been knockout, decision, or it was decision like close, very close. Would have been interesting to see.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't happen. Yeah, it's pretty calm. It's pretty calm this weekend, and I think by next weekend we've got it.
Are you working this week?
Yeah.
Oh, you have work in the afternoon, right?
Who are you?
You do.
Nah, I work out like freaking. I start at 9. No, I start 10:30.
Yeah.
10:30 in the morning. But I'm the type of guy that I'm just like an owl.
What's it, 3 a.m. in the morning right now almost?
Turning 3 in the morning.
Huh?
It's going to be 3 a.m.
Yeah, almost 3, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm not. What do you call ego? Vampire?
Huh?
What do you call ego now? Vampire? Is that what people call him?
Is that what he calls his streams? The vampire streams or whatever?
Yeah, vampire streams. Because he'll be on like, I don't even know what time, but he'll be on like basically in the morning
Yeah.
after 12 a.m.
Is there anything else to talk about?
I think that's about it, isn't it? That's about it. Talked about what's his name now? We talked about Wilden. We talked about the double standards. Oh, Fury's a masterclass. Nah, but if it's Floyd Mayweather, they're gonna say, oh well, but I don't like fighters fighting defensively. That's boring. I like a knockout.
Mm-hmm.
I can see my bitch ass uncle saying stuff like that. If it's Fury, it's okay, but if it's Mayweather, no, you can't do it. And if it's Wilder that's doing a knockout, then these guys got a weird, man. Yeah. We talked about Hurd briefly. Whether he's gonna fight at 160 or 150. He's gonna fight 160. He ain't gonna be fighting 154. To do all that punching around and shit, he's gonna fight 160. He's even saying that, look, it was supposed to happen. That's how you know someone lost. Someone doesn't want it again. When he said the loss was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
What else we got? Now, what else did we mention? Yeah, you mentioned Ortiz versus Wilder again. You mentioned faggot ass Dylan White. We mentioned that good for nothing Miller. Yeah, we pretty much mentioned everything, and And that guy I got dropped from Golden Boy, African. So
Mercantio.
if I'm a boxer, I would have a contingency plan.
They told
I
him
think all boxers should have a management company or something like that, just for them though.
this is business. This is business. Don't take things personal. Then
Yeah,
he say, I'm tired of fighters talking about this. We're gonna take a stand and we're gonna release Andrew.
that's what you call double-minded. It's probably Oscar De La Hoya's freaking inconsistent ass. He's probably tweaking what he said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm these boxers, I like literally set up a management company or something. Set up a management company.
It's weird.
Don't I think because then there's for instance you don't have to have a guy working there the time you can hire literally for one time a manager or something on the company, and then he's basically working for your company on your behalf
Yeah.
while you also box as well.
Weird.
You probably end up going to top. You probably end up going top rank or something.
Top rank.
Yeah, top. You probably go top rank or PBC.
Premier boxing champion.
Or it could just be a solo. Or it could just be or it could just be managed by because there's boxers that are managed by PBC but not in PBC. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
They're like they're advised, but they're not fighting under PBC. They're fighting another branch. Unless it does that sort of type of deal.
We have the feds watching our stream, maybe. Sure.
What's done?
We might have the feds watching our stream.
Who's how many are watching now?
3. Now 2.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. That's what's up, man. Nice keeping up with us, man. Nice staying down with us. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mentioned pretty much everything. Don't know what else to talk about. We'll hear what we're gonna have to hear from other developments from probably sometime, probably Thursday or Friday.
Yeah. I hope.
Is there any showbox this Friday?
I don't know. I think they've ran out of all those showbox events. They can only put on so many, before boring people.
Yeah.
Showbox,
New
generation.
Go on.
Hi guys, I'm so and so, and I'm from Showbox, the new generation.
Dexter.
Yeah.
That's I don't know his name. Let's call him Dexter because he looks like a Dexter with them glasses and how he talks. Yeah. Can you check on Box.net or Box.tv or something? They give it the schedules. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna bounce them.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
See what happens tomorrow or Friday. Well, actually, today it's Thursday today for me. So, yeah. Oh man. All right, then peace.
All right, man. See ya.
All the best. See you.
All right, guys. And now